Essex Business Radio.
Hi friends, Elliot Browne here, Essex Business Radio, and I'm here with a very special guest, Katie Thomas from Juice HQ in Upminster. Hi Katie, thanks very much for joining us. How are you doing?
Yeah, very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very, very well. You're very, very smiley. I like that.
Very happy to be here.
And how the nerves right now? Is it calmed down a little bit? What made you feel welcome?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
very welcome. So,
good.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Good, excellent, great stuff. And you haven't come too far today, so it's not been too much of a journey.
No, not at all. No, just from Upminster. So yeah, all good.
And Juice HQ. I mean, we're going to come into it a little bit later and talk to you about the business. It says what it is on the tin. I'm assuming, or the jar, or the bottle,
or the glass bottle,
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's even stories behind the glass bottles, which we've had a little chat about, and I'm really interested to learn a little bit more.
Great, yeah.
But I want to know a little bit about you, and I know that this is what this show's about. So let's find out about the person behind the business. Yourself and your husband run Juice HQ. Is that right?
Yeah. I'm pretty much the.
Oh, it's you. It's not him.
It's me. It's all me.
Okay.
No. Scott is very much a part of it. He's been a great support, and to anyone out there who runs their own business will, I'm sure, fully appreciate how difficult things can be sometimes. Yeah. I've got a very good network around me, which is my husband, my other family, my parents, and so it's very. I thank them a lot for that.
Yeah. Okay. So and Juice HQ. I mean, as I said, we'll get into the business in a little while, but Juice HQ is what? What in what term? What's your elevator pitch? What's the little bit that there's your? If somebody asks you what you do, what is it that Juice HQ does?
So we are the UK's first.
Oh! Are you really though? Are you really?
We are.
Okay. UK's first what?
We are the first and the finest.
Yeah. I like that. It's confidence, isn't
it? I'm just going out and just putting it all out there. So we are artisan makers of fresh, raw, cold pressed fruit and vegetable juices.
Right. Okay.
And the part of that is very important is the cold press.
Okay.
So we're kind of, in terms of juice,
yeah,
it's the best of the best.
Right. Okay.
It's the most nutrient dense juice you can get.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. And I believe you brought some along for us to try as well. I'm going to try some of this in a little while.
Yeah.
Have a real fresher maybe in the second part of the show. So you're from Upminster. You're an Essex girl.
I am.
Are
yes.
You?
Yeah. Yeah. I was.
What are you laughing like that for? Listen, I think the whole thing going back in the day, this about Essex girls and boys, it doesn't really stand still, does it?
Well.
Do you think it does?
No, I can't say that, can I? No.
You can say anything you like on this show, to be fair. So you're born in Upminster, Southend. Sorry,
yes.
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
And I believe you didn't just stay here in Essex. You've been all over the place. I mean, you tell us what else happened through the younger years of your life.
Yeah, my dad works in the oil industry.
Oh, does he?
So yeah, back in the day, we were he would work all around the world.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time he would go on his own. But then he got a job in just outside Tokyo.
Right. Oh, nice.
In Japan.
Wow.
So I think I was 5 when I went, and I've got a sister who's a couple of years older.
What were your memories of going to Tokyo? I mean, because that must have had an impact on you even at that young age, no?
Yeah. Just my memories of it, just being scared the whole time.
Really? Why? Because it was just so very different.
Yeah, and this was back in the late 70s.
Yeah.
My sister and I at the time were very blonde.
Yeah.
So just even going into a supermarket, my mum would lose us and then find us amongst a crowd of people,
right,
just stroking our hair.
Really?
Because they're not really seeing blonde hair.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Well, going back then, I suppose there was their culture was very. What's the word? It was sort of quite enclosed, wasn't it? They only really saw what they did in their environment, in their culture, I suppose. Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
So, yeah, and we kind of were put in mainstream Japanese school.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was very
interesting.
My grandparents used to send work out to my mum.
Right.
to set us for the week. So we were there for a few years.
Oh, really?
But to look back now, great memories, really.
Yeah.
But, and we got the opportunity to travel quite a lot through the States.
Okay.
So that was when
So you've travelled a lot then in your early years. I mean, did that go on all the way through, sort of into your teens and things as well?
Yes, and then
so schooling must have been interesting then. If you had a lot of chopping and changing in different countries and different cultures, and
but I think as a child you don't know any different.
I think you're more adaptable. But
definitely.
Could you speak? Do you speak many languages? Are you multilingual?
No, not at all. I remember the odd word in Japanese. That's all I know, really.
You speak the odd word in Japanese, rude words, I'm assuming. It's usually the first ones you learn, or not as a kid.
Not as a 5-year-old, no.
No, that'd be weird. Okay. And then you so you came back at what sort of age? When were you when you sort of came back to the UK?
We were like 9, 10.
Oh, okay.
But we did a bit of travelling through the States, and then my parents settled in Upminster.
Right.
So that's where I then went to school.
Secondary school,
yeah. And then when I met my husband, he's from Chigwell.
Right.
So we were there. But then when I had my daughter, we moved back to Upminster.
Okay.
Schooling's great there, and that's where we still are.
So when you met your husband, so this is quite early on then. Have you been you've been together for many years, I'm assuming?
Yeah, 20
years. Wow, fair play. Congratulations on that side.
Thank you very much.
And you didn't start by going into juicing and stuff like that, did you? You know, so many years ago. What was your sort of career path? Did you know what you wanted to do when you left school?
I did. I knew I wanted to go into banking in the city.
Oh, you wanted to go into banking?
Absolutely, right. What I wanted to do.
Okay. What made you want to do that?
I had cousins actually that were traders on the financial futures market.
Okay. All minted then, yeah?
Yeah, that's just all I wanted to do.
Yeah. I like they're driving nice cars, they've got watches. I might fancy a bit of that.
Some of that. Yeah. I started off at 16, left school and went into Bank of America.
Okay.
And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Got to do what I wanted to do, and stayed there for quite a few years. But then I'd always been into fitness. And it just fascinated me, nutrition.
Right.
So I decided that actually I'm going to try and do a course, and I'm going to qualify. So I qualified as a PT.
Right.
And this was going back about 18 years now.
Right, okay.
Before a lot of the boot camps were out there.
Sure.
I think there was only the...
there was no boot camps around then, was there?
No, there was one in London, which was the military... I can't remember what it was called.
Which is where the boot camps came from.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I have no idea what they do. I'm assuming they did.
So anyway, qualified as a PT and set up a boot camp. And we used to go into parks throughout Essex and run boot camps.
Oh, okay.
And again, loved it.
Wow.
But just took it a bit further, qualified in nutrition. And so that, but I then did many jobs in between that.
Okay.
But it's kind of always been pulling me back, the whole nutrition and
so did you have an idea that you wanted to go down this path that you're doing now, back then, or was you would just happen to sort of have an interest? Is your passion obviously is in that area, is it?
It is, really, yeah.
Nutrition and health.
It is, yeah. Just
you glow. Wellness. I mean, I did say to you when you walked in, I said you're glowing. You do have a very healthy glow. I mean, I'm getting on some of this shit because this clearly works,
It's all the juicy, yeah. It's all down to the juicing. Absolutely. But yeah, no, it is my passion. And but I still didn't know it was juicing that I was going to, get into.
Right, okay.
And how it actually kind of came about, in between doing different things, I was working for a florist.
Okay.
At one point, and I was out delivering.
You weren't juicing flowers, were you?
Oh, you could tell. Maybe you could too. It's an idea.
There's edible flowers, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. Yeah. But I was delivering one day and was just trying to think of what could I deliver for, what could I produce that I could deliver.
Yeah.
And then some other things came into play, but yeah, and that's where we kind of went to the juicing. But
So delivering flowers, working in a florist, is what spurred you on to doing this, is it? Or do you like the sort of process they had as a business? What was it? So what was it? Go on, tell me what sparked that.
It was the process of their business.
They had a successful florist that were doing very well and had a good process, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's quite interesting. So you picked up something, you thought, all I've got to do is replicate this, but with what you want to do.
Yes.
Smart.
But then didn't know what that something was.
Okay, so how many years ago was that?
That was about 2.5 years ago.
Wow, so it took you 6 months to start going, there it is, there's that something that I want to replicate their idea, or what they do, their format, and use my own business. Was it sort of 6 months in thinking?
Yeah, I suppose less than that, because at the time, so going back 2.5 years ago, my daughter was a competitive swimmer.
Okay, yep.
She's at a very good level and kind of at the top of her game.
Yeah.
But then she kind of started to plateau.
Right.
Her times weren't getting any better.
Uh-huh.
So we looked at her nutrition.
Yep.
And actually we got some help in as well to kind of analyse her diet in a bit more detail. But we started to juice at home as a family.
Okay.
And
using a
just a domestic, a juicer, nothing.
Not like this. What's in the kitchen? What's that?
Don't have a clue.
No. What's the grey?
Nutribullet.
Yeah, the Nutribullet, like that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we were doing like smoothies.
By the way, let's just say hello to Joel, because usually if anybody's been watching or listening to any of these, they usually hear Nevenka, who's away this evening. Hi Joel, thanks so much for producing this evening.
It's okay, I'm
what do you
trying
think?
my best.
What do you think to our stand-in producer?
He's doing
Well, you don't know any. You don't know
I don't know any different, but I think you're doing a great job. I wouldn't know otherwise.
I don't know.
All right, thanks very much, Joel.
See you later.
He's not going anywhere for anybody who's listening and can't see this, and nobody can see him anyway because he's hiding. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
Well, I won't forget your name because I've got a Joel that works for me.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, so there you go.
They're weird, these Joels, aren't they?
Yeah.
Thanks, Elliot. Appreciate the support in this very stressful moment.
Stressful. Where were we? We digress.
So we were looking at my daughter's diet.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, of course. Yeah, daughter's diet. Yeah.
So
we do go off track a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Keeps it real.
Yeah, it does. We started to analyse the vitamin nutrition and the vitamins content that she was getting. Yeah. So we started to juice, and we started to really like it. My daughter started to improve in her swimming.
Okay.
So then I was looking at more and more detail juicing and discovered cold pressed.
Okay.
So
on what on veg, on fruit, or mixture of the two, or what was it? What sort of did you start on? You start one and then you develop it and you find things are better, or how did that work?
Yeah, we just started out with different flavours we liked and combinations that were quite basic.
Okay.
But then I found this cold pressed, and cold pressed in the US is huge.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So I was wondering, what's so good about this cold press then? Let's have a look at that. And there's a real science behind it, which I like because it makes sense, and there's a lot to it.
Sure.
And so I went out and bought a cold press juicing machine. Again, just a small domestic home use. And got a bit more kind of interesting with the flavours. Yeah. And then I thought, that's it. That's what I could deliver.
Right, okay.
So because...
Was it like a little eureka moment?
It kind of was, because friends and family were, chatting, what you're doing. Oh, I've been doing all this juicing.
Yeah.
And it's so messy. It takes so long to do, but it's great. And we all feel really good. Francesca's times are better.
Perfect.
So then I started to really take a look, could this be a business? And friends and family were having the juices, and then more and more people were saying, oh, could I have some of those juices?
Right, okay, the best way to start a business. But you didn't, were you thinking of a business at that stage, or were you just thinking about, let's just get people, I like it, everybody else is liking it, let's just make some?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. We were just getting really nice comments back, and from friends. And then I thought it needs to be ethical though, you know, and it needs to be sustainable. There was no way I was going to put that juice in plastic bottles.
Sure.
So then the idea grew and grew.
Okay, I like the idea. So you started getting a feel for what you wanted it to be, what you wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
And ultimately, it is about getting, our mission is good nutrition.
Yeah.
That's what we wanted to get out to the local community.
Okay. All right. Well, look, we'll find out a little bit more about this. We're going to take a very, very quick break. Nobody really is going to. The people that are watching and listening, it's going to be like seconds, basically. But we're going to have a quick break anyway. So we'll be back in a minute.
Great.
That was a very short break for anybody that's listening or watching, or there may have been an ad in there as well. I was just saying, that's where we're going to be sticking ads in that little bit there. It's about, as you said, something along the lines of Essex Business Radio, but said much better than that.
Right.
Anyway, here I am, Elliot Browne, Essex Business Radio, here with Katie Thomas, and from Juice HQ in Upminster. How are you finding the show so far?
Very good, thank you. Yeah. Very, very relaxing.
15 minutes goes quickly, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah. You don't realise.
I know. And we were talking about your daughter, and just in that very, very quick break, and we were I was intrigued on the sort of difference it sort of makes. I talked to you before we started recording about a programme that was on television a couple of weeks ago about plant-based diets and how that changed the performance of athletes. Funnily enough, exactly what happened with your daughter. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, as I mentioned earlier, we kind of got to a stage with her swimming where her times just plateaued.
Yeah.
But with the right kind of guidance on diet and then adding in the juicing, which, just gives you so many different vitamins.
Sure.
The vitamins that your body needs, it craves. She had so much more energy.
Really?
And, anyone that has a child that is a swimmer knows that it's hard. It's hard.
It is hard. I swam. I mean, I wasn't particularly good. There's much better swimmers than me, but I grew up in the Midlands and I swam for Lichfield for a while, for a year or two. I used to go train every week, but I wasn't one of these that trained like 3 or 4 times a week. I was sort of Saturdays and midweek, basically. Right. But yeah, I mean, it takes it out of you.
It does. I mean, every single morning before school,
yeah,
every single day after school.
Yeah.
So they train like 4 hours a day.
Yeah, sure.
They're in the pool at 5 a.m. and then at the weekends it's galas. It's tough being a parent of a swimmer.
Yeah, of course.
But anyway,
you're committed as well. You're committed to what they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And you do what you do. But suddenly, with Francesca juicing, her times started to get quicker. She competed in the nationals. She's been all over really. She's been to Malta and competed.
Okay.
She was flying. So it's always amazed me how the impact that diet can have on our bodies, on our lifestyle. So that was a really big thing for us as a family. We thought, wow, this is incredible. And the fact that we were really enjoying the juices as well. It wasn't this goodness that you think, So talk
me through this on a daily basis then. So at that stage, before you obviously got into the business and it became a product and a service that you do, what were you doing? Well, how were you juicing? I mean, talk to me about. I don't know a great deal about juicing, so educate me.
Okay, so I was just literally going to my local supermarket. Buying the fruit and veg. I bought a cold press machine. And just to kind of talk a little bit about cold press.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, sure.
It basically means the machine doesn't use any heat.
Right.
So as soon as you
hence the cold.
Yeah. It kind of says what it is, really. So something like a NutriBullet, which I always say to people, if you're using one of them, is better than nothing.
Yes,
so
of course.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But something like a NutriBullet will just create so much heat that it kills a lot of the nutrients.
They do friction, I suppose.
Yeah. So they grind, and then they kind of blitz a lot of the nutrients out of the produce.
Okay, I didn't realise that.
So you're not really taking on what you think you're taking on.
Okay.
With a cold press, because there's no heat, we're able to retain pretty much 100% of the nutrients.
Wow, okay.
Which means a stronger colour, a stronger taste, very vibrant in colour and taste. So yeah, the cold press is the best of the best.
And you have that for like breakfast or lunch or fill-in, or how do you talk me through the day? If your daughter was you were noticing a remarkable. What's the word?
Remarkable?
A remarkable. Let's call it remarkable. It's not the word I was going to say, but a difference.
Yeah.
How was the diet working? How was she having that through her day? Was it replacing something? Was it an addition?
No. It was, I suppose, really as a snack, as an in between.
Okay.
So a lot of the time with swimmers, because they train so much.
Yeah.
It's easy. Their weight just stays down.
Yeah, sure.
So they can pretty much, and as a kid anyway,
eat
pretty
anything.
much eat
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
But we stripped out all of that rubbish snacks, and she was having juicing.
Right.
Which she was really enjoying.
So you replaced the crap for that.
Yeah.
And although she burnt off the normal everyday foods and maybe the bit of junk here and there, instead of having that and you were burning it off, you're not just burning off what you've got in the juice, but you're also gaining that ability to recover as well, I'm assuming.
Exactly.
It's really, I believe the recovery is much quicker and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. It really fuels you.
Yeah, I love this stuff. I mean, I've learned a lot about this, since the program on television and today. I'm starting to feel this need to maybe do this in the new year a little bit. I'm not going to cut out meat. Sorry to all the vegans out there, but I'm not going to. It's each their own. But yeah, definitely want to be exploring this area a little bit more.
Yeah, it works. It's. I always say it's what our body wants and needs.
Yeah, as I keep saying, you glow. You came in with a glow. You have a glow. No, but I don't. I genuinely, I do think that there is a difference in that sort of diet, and having a cleaner diet that is, means your body's just working that little bit better, not having to clear through the crap, basically. I suppose in such a way. So it hasn't got to work so hard, has it?
Yeah, and it's so easy for us to get in that vicious circle. You feel sluggish, so you'll have a coffee.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's just. It just keeps going on. But if you take on those vitamins that your body is kind of saying, that's what I need, that's what I need.
Yeah, I need vitamin D badly. What do you get vitamin D in?
Well,
you don't, do you?
It's tricky one.
There's something you need to find. You need to find a drink that you can put vitamin D in.
Yeah, it is. How
many people lack that?
Yeah, especially
winter. I fucking hate it.
It's so dark, so early, isn't it?
And and when you're working, of course, it's not like we get a chance to get outside all the time. We're all busy, It's and I do try and step out and get a bit of fresh air, get a little bit of sunlight. It does help, doesn't it?
Definitely. Yeah. No, absolutely.
So so you realise this was a goer. Your family's liking it. Your daughter's you're getting real results. It's not like when somebody tells you, this works really well. And you just take their word for it. You're seeing it firsthand with somebody you care about, which I think rams it home a little bit quicker, does a little bit better, doesn't it?
It does.
Makes it very real.
Yeah.
So then you said, I'm just going to do this. Let's just set a business up. Is that what you did?
Yeah, I went and bought some glass bottles.
Okay.
And I thought, I remember sitting at home one Sunday evening thinking, do I just put a post on Facebook?
Yeah.
I kind of sat there, I wrote it, then I deleted it, then I wrote it, did some pictures. Thought, right, I'll just do it. And so I put this post on.
Okay.
And got some orders.
Really? Straight off?
Yeah.
Shit.
Got some comments.
You're joking me.
No.
There's going to be people jealous out there. There will be people that have posted stuff on Facebook, got fuck all back from it, to be honest. So fair play to you. And who ordered? Friends, family, people you didn't know? I mean,
they were people I knew that lived in Upminster.
Okay.
Not like friends, just people I knew, like from they were school mums.
Yeah.
Whatever. So people, I knew. And I was like, oh wow, they've ordered some juices.
Yeah.
So I had
talking a bit seriously, you put this live on Facebook, and when did people start ordering?
Well, so I got orders that night.
You're joking me.
No, I didn't.
What did you put out on Facebook? What did you post out? Tell me what it said. Do you know? Can you remember?
Oh well, I'd still have the
buy
post,
my fucking juices.
Just trying to. Well, it was all about.
It's about get thrown out of our home. Buy juices, save our family.
I might have done actually. Yeah.
Hey, listen, if it works, who cares?
No, I just I put a photo on, and with cold press, they're very colourful, and we had at that time I think I had a menu of 5 different juices, and they were all different colours.
Right.
So they look nice.
And you'd well tested this with your friends and family.
Yeah.
And this, do you know what? A lot of people don't do what you did. You went through a natural process of doing it, and it's the right way to do it. There's people that come up with ideas for spices or drinks and things like that, or food, or I'm going to do something, because everybody's always like my cakes, and so but what they don't do is they don't really get enough people to test it properly.
Yes.
They just go, oh yeah, they like it, because there's a couple of people that come around and go, no, I like your cakes. Sort of thing. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
But you sort of naturally just went through that process, and quite interestingly, you tested the market, hadn't you?
Yeah.
Which is a big thing when you're setting a business up.
It is, and actually, it's funny you say that, because even now, every little change or anything new we bring to the business, we make sure that we test it out as though we are a customer.
Yeah, of course.
Right down to
You are your best customer.
Yeah. Right down to our, we do cleanse packages, so where you just juice for 1 through to 5 days.
Okay.
So just testing out the bag that they come in and how the bottles sit in the bag,
Right.
and are the instructions clear enough?
Okay.
We really, we think that's so important, because I think there are sometimes businesses that don't test them out fully.
Yeah, totally. Of course they do, and then they wonder why it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So,
And then, so you started this. You got these orders. Go on, talk me through that first sort of few months and how that started working. I mean, were you overwhelmed with orders? Were you sort of overwhelmed with the fact that people were interested and you believed in it, but you were getting that way? Go on, how did you feel?
Well, I just remember it being quite full on, because we did get orders very soon, very quickly, and the orders started growing very quickly.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was also working for a PR company, but I was working from home.
Yeah.
So my hours were 5 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Okay.
So
on PR?
Yes.
Okay.
So I would finish that in the morning. Then I would start making the juices, and then by about 5 p.m.
That's some dedication, babe. I'm impressed.
It was hard.
Wow.
It was hard. There were many times when my children would come home from school and ask, what's for dinner? And I'd say, there's a juice. Just have a juice. There's no dinner.
We've got loads of juice. Fill your boots.
We don't want any more juice. Because I had to get the deliveries out. Then I'd kind of head out the door at 5 p.m. to then start do the rounds.
Uh-huh.
And it was 2 years ago I started doing that from, I think it might have been last week. So it was this kind of time of year.
Okay,
it was
right,
cold.
But not the easiest time of year to be going out with something like this either.
It was really.
And if you could have looked back and sort of known how it was going to go, would you have maybe chosen a different time of the year? Not that it started off badly at all. You started off well, but
no, because also it's our juices are very preventative as well. So we have a lot of people come to us if they're suffering, going through flu, or there's all sorts of conditions.
Sure.
But at that time, there were a lot of people picking up colds, and
right. Okay.
So they were like,
well, the perfect time of the year then, really.
Yeah.
Did you expect that?
No.
And have you found out that's? I mean, you did mention this in the break, but have you found that's been a big part of the business, so that's just driving a lot of people to you as well now?
Yeah,
really, that's quite interesting, and I get that. I do get that. I'm not being funny, but the vitamin D thing is a sort of questioning point, but if it's got the right vitamins in things, it's going to help people.
Yeah, this is going on to something else, but we do a straight celery juice.
Okay. Ooh.
And that is very powerful.
Really?
It really is. It's incredible.
Wow.
And we've had it's very good for a lot of things, but very good for any skin conditions, so eczema, psoriasis.
Uh-huh.
And we've had.
Really, is it?
Yeah, it's it kind of, celery acts like a cleaner.
I know. Yeah, I've heard celery is good and to help healing as well. I believe if you're recovering from something, it's quite good to have in your diet, isn't it?
Yeah, it's to do with like the cluster salts in the celery.
Yeah.
So it acts like a cleaner throughout your body. So it'll clean up your kidney, your liver, and just really get the toxins and flush them out of the system. So we get a lot of really good results from customers through celery juice.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting. And we're going to find. And I believe you brought some along for us to have a little.
I have.
I'm looking forward to this. I'm very, very much. I'm going to try this after our very short little break. We're back. We're on. Joel, you're doing a great job. We had a little bit of a
we had a hiccup,
a little
to
bit
say
of
the least.
little bit of a mini melt. No, he didn't have a meltdown.
I think we're through it.
Yeah, you all right? You good?
As a group, I think we got through it.
Okay.
Appreciate the support.
Joel.
Thanks. Someone's got to.
You're doing a great job, Joel. Joel is producing for us today. Thanks very much, Joel. It's Elliot Browne, obviously, back here, Essex Business Radio. If anybody's watching, hi. Wave at the camera, say hello. Katie Thomas, Juice HQ, finding out about how to juice and what juicing does for you and the benefits, and I'm looking forward to trying these bad boys.
Yeah.
So what have we got over here, Katie? Tell me what we've got.
So I've brought in today
We'll shake this up.
Yes.
Right,
Yeah.
do you have to shake it a lot?
Yeah. No, just give it. Yeah, that's enough.
That's enough.
With cold pressed, because there's because with our juices there's no preservatives, there's no kind of additives or anything added basically, other than the fruit and the veg. You'll see that they separate quite easily because there's nothing kind of binding it all together. So with it, sometimes you look at cold press and think, but good shake and you're good to go. Okay.
And this is a greeny colour. It's quite a nice green colour. I have to be honest with you. It's not like I mean, it looks appetising.
Good.
It looks appetising. So I'm going to take that off carefully so you can reuse that.
And that one there, you've got a.
So what flavour is this? What have we got here?
Well, this is shaken salt.
Shaken salt.
Yes.
Okay.
So all our juices have a purpose.
Yeah.
So shaken salt.
Do I drink this out of the bottle?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, go on. So tell us what's on it. I'm going to try this. Let me try.
So
cheers.
There's lots of there's orange in that. There's lots of spinach. You'll have ginger in it and celery.
I love a bit of ginger as well.
Yeah, we put ginger in.
That is gorgeous.
Oh, good.
Really, really nice.
Thank you. Well, that's very good if you've.
That is really good.
Thank
you.
No,
I'm not just saying that because you're here, because if it was shit, I'd tell you.
And I think you would as well.
Yeah, I know. Generally, I would as well. Joel, you can have a little try. Do you want to have a try? Listen, your first day on producing, I think you deserve a little taste of this.
Definitely. You're going to have an Iron Man as well after.
Oh yeah, we like that. Iron Man's my favourite character as well, to be honest. Well, no, Batman probably is actually, but in the Marvel world he is.
That is that's better than I expected.
Yeah.
That's good, isn't it?
It's really nice.
So nice.
Really, really nice. Genuinely, I mean, you can actually taste all the flavour, all the different elements in there as well.
Exactly. And another thing with cold pressed, because there's no heat, so you can taste all the different levels, hopefully, of each of the different ingredients.
So what was that called again, sorry?
That's a shaken salt.
Shaken salt, Juice HQ. This is a bad one. So what benefits would this have for you, for example? Or is it just the fact that it's lovely?
Yeah, no, it's thank you. It's no, that's a good one for especially if you've come out the gym.
Okay. So
if you've sweat a lot in the gym, so you've lost a lot of electrolytes. That's very good for replacing those. Is it really?
Okay. So you get a lot of people coming in from the gym, that train and coming in and juicing.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Very good if you've been ill, if you've had some sort of sickness.
I don't get ill. No, I refuse.
Yeah, so do I.
I don't genuinely. I do. I don't like it.
It's boring. We've not got
it's
time
not boring.
for it.
It's just I refuse.
I'm with you.
You're not taking hold. I tell myself, you're not taking hold. That's it, and then fight it off.
It's weak. It's a weakness.
I know. I think we're going to go on very, very well. Yeah, I say that a lot. To be fair, yeah. Don't be so weak. Get over it. And these people are really ill, and I'm going, I don't come snivelling around here. Yeah? Absolutely no sympathy at all. But you'd be all right because you've got this helping you, so it's okay.
I've always got a fridge full of that.
And so have we now.
Yeah. So that's and that works in really good partnership with this one that you've also got here. Okay,
and this is a great colour. I have to be honest with you, this is a great colour, and this literally is Iron Man colour, isn't it?
It is.
So a little shake as well.
Little shake. Shake to wake.
Little shake. And I'm going to take that off carefully as well.
Thank you.
So I put over there. And these bottles, as you did, have you mentioned already? These are actually recyclable, aren't they? So what do you do with this? Tell us while I'm trying this.
Yeah.
Go on, tell us about the bottles.
So the way actually, if I go back to how we cheers, how we operate in Juice HQ. So we're a delivery service. We're made to order.
My God. That's really good as well.
You're gonna just be on fire.
Really?
Now.
That is really, really good. And you bought one for Joel as well.
Yeah, of course.
Joel, thank you. Try that. Let us know what you think. Honest opinion. If you don't like it, tell us. Well, not on air. We'll edit it out. But I said to you, didn't I, that what was my nemesis?
Yeah, beetroot.
Beetroot. I don't like beetroot.
No.
I always say it tastes like fucking earth. It tastes like literally you might as well eat mud. And growing up, I remember people used to have it on salads, or it was on the side that you get the jars of it. And
Yes.
I took it back a few years ago because I had some fish in a restaurant, and they do it now, don't they? So they'll often maybe prepare it with some God, what's the word? What's it called? We just called it. You just said it was my nemesis.
Beetroot.
Beetroot. Wow, I forgot that. So yeah, I don't like beetroot, but I had it with fish, and I quite like it with fish. It's quite nice if it's the right dish. So this is one of the few things I don't like. Is literally I'll eat any or drink anything. And I was like, what's it going to taste like? And I can taste it in it, but it's really very pleasant. It's a very very nice drink. What are you saying, Joel?
Yeah, I agree entirely with you there. Yeah, they're both very good, but yeah, you can definitely taste the beetroot.
You can taste
really
a bit of an earthiness in there, but it's nice because it's balanced out very very well with everything else. So what's this got in it exactly?
That's got pineapple, apple, carrot, and ginger.
Yeah, very very nice.
Good.
And the benefits of that over.
It's very good if you've got low iron.
Oh, okay.
So the beetroot will help with that.
A lot of women do suffer with that as well. You know, at certain times of the month, for example. Without is that right? Would you say?
Yeah. And being anemic. That's a really good one.
Yeah, sure. That's quite an interesting. I like that drink because there are, I think, a lot of people that do suffer with low iron as well.
Yeah,
they get tired and things like that, and that in essence is going to give you a good boost.
Yeah,
so I'm going to be running around.
Yes.
Yeah,
you are. And it's all natural.
Yeah.
I've said this a few times, but it's exactly what your body wants.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
What your body needs. So it's not,
Iron Man. Absolutely superb. That's really. I love them both. I genuinely do really like them both as well. Yeah. So sorry, we're talking about the bottles. So yes. you just wanted to have a whole recycling. The whole business in essence is very green, isn't it?
Very. Yeah. It had to be zero waste.
Yeah.
Had to be plastic free.
Sure.
So we had to think, quite a lot about that, and I'm really proud to say that everything we use in our business is reused or recycled.
Yeah.
So we basically act just like a traditional milk round.
Right.
So where in the early days, when I only had, a few customers, we would go out in the evening delivering.
Yeah.
But then as we got closer into the warmer months, I realised that didn't work because if people weren't in, juices were sitting on your doorstep.
Yeah.
And they have to be kept cold.
Of course, yeah.
So we flipped it round and I now start at 2 a.m.
Right, so, you do?
Yeah.
Do you? Every day?
3 days a week now.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's hard going, but the beauty is that those juices are on your doorstep before you wake.
That's an incredible service.
Yeah, we're really proud of it. Many a morning I'll meet the milkman at the doorstep and he kind of has a little look at what I'm putting down on the doorstep and we say good morning and he kind of walks away a bit puzzled. Yeah. But yeah, so basically that's what we are. We're like a...
So who else does anything like this?
No one.
Wow. It's an impressive business. I love the format of what you do.
Thank you.
It's very, very, very interesting, and it's just basically almost taking a traditional twist in a modern world where we need things like this. As you said, the milkman, that sort of service that the milkman used to bring.
Yeah.
There is still a milkman about, isn't there?
Yes.
People still do, but it's a dying trade, isn't it? I think on that side.
The dairy
business
is, and all these plant milks that are coming out, the nut milks that are coming out now, and which we do a nut milk actually.
Right.
But,
okay. So, and I said this is funny because I don't tend to buy drinks like this. I think this might change moving forward, but I would go for, as I said, a yop. Other products are available, or a yogurt-based drink.
Right.
And you're going, oh no, why? So come on, tell me why. You know, I was going to put you on the spot.
I mean,
why? Go on, because obviously you've got your product, but why not go for the sort of yogurt-based drinks? I do like them, by the way.
Sugar.
Yeah.
In them, and they're quite artificial.
Yeah.
But
what else is
most
negative?
of all, it's the dairy.
Yeah.
And I mean, everyone will have their different views, but I don't eat meat, but I would, and I don't tend to have dairy either.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be too fussed about having some meat, but I wouldn't have dairy.
Really? You're just anti-dairy, you don't eat cheese? No.
No, it's just, whereas we were told as kids that it makes your bones strong and you grew up on milk, it's actually the reverse. So
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it weakens you?
It draws, the impurities.
Does it?
Yes, yeah.
My God.
So it's scary.
But my teeth are really good. So surely that's it. Oh, no, genuinely. And I've not really held back on eating chocolate and sweets, and I'm 45 with no fillings either.
I think that's some genes
Is that my genes, is it?
Well, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe the jeans I wear might have something to do with it.
Yeah.
But no, I think I don't know whether it's genetic. I don't know. No idea. I think I'm just lucky, aren't I?
Maybe that's Put it down to a bit of luck.
So you start at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, so
So you start juicing and pressing and doing that at 2:30 in the morning, so it's fresh as hell, and then you go out and you deliver as well, do you? Do you do the delivery?
Yeah, so we start, so it starts the day before. So, for example, on a Monday, the produce comes in fresh from market that day, and that's really important to us. All our juices are made to order.
Yeah.
So, if you don't order them, we don't make them.
Right.
And that's so that we can have as minimal waste as possible.
Right.
So we're buying the produce and only the produce that we need for those orders.
Sure.
So we buy them in on a Monday morning. So
Yeah.
the produce comes in fresh.
Yeah.
We spend a whole day pressing and bottling the juices.
Yeah.
And then they get put away in the fridge overnight.
Okay.
We come in the following morning at 2 a.m.
Yeah. Wow.
It takes us a good couple of hours to crate up all the orders.
Sure.
And then there's 3 of us and we all go out on deliveries.
Wow.
So our deliveries normally take us from 4 a.m. through till about 7, half 7.
So what time do you tend to go to bed then? Do you go fairly early?
Early.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Is
normally
this, are we going past your bedtime now? What time is it?
You're not far off. I normally say to the kids, turn the lights off when you come up. Yeah. I just have to, to not miss that alarm in the morning.
Wow.
But yeah, we guarantee that because a lot of the reason we want those juices to be on your doorstep by 7 a.m. Is because we do cleanse packages. So we do the full juice cleanse.
Right.
And
so there's just like a regime, is there, of what you've got to have, juice you've got to have each day.
And a lot of our customers, they work, in the city or whatever. They can just grab the bag with the whole day all the juices they need, and they can get on the train and off they go.
I love that. That's a great business. That's a great. I love what you're doing. Absolutely
Thank you.
I love the thought you've gone through in that process and delivering that value and delivering that what somebody really wants. That's and you've married that very well by the sounds of it. And you're talking about waste. Tell us what you do with the waste, because this is interesting. I mean, we talked about this before doing the show, but tell us about the waste. Tell us what you do every day.
Yeah, so as you can imagine, we, with the machine that we have...
I love this shit, by the way, everybody. This is great. And people that aren't seeing this on camera, I'm still drinking this.
He's nearly finished it.
I love them. I really do. I genuinely really like them, yeah. Can you put alcohol in it?
Actually, that goes very well with gin. Iron Man and gin.
Right.
Is a beautiful drink.
So when we do another one, and we do another podcast, when we have in the new year, and we're doing prosecco and shots, because you've chosen that over the tea and biscuits, haven't you? We'll maybe do a couple with this and see how that works out. Yeah,
do a little tasting session. Deal.
All right, let's high five on that one. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. So I went off track a little bit there. Oh yeah, the pulp. Yeah. What do you do with the pulp? Yeah. Tell us what you do with the pulp.
Yeah. So we had to think of because the pressing process, it presses the fruit and veg very gently, but under extreme amounts of pressure.
Sure.
So
you're not treading it, are you? You haven't got wellies on, and you're not out the back, barefoot. No, I'm joking. Oh shit! Why are you laughing so much? Do you? There's one product we actually have to do, and don't tell anybody. It's too late.
Secret.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get every last drop of goodness out from this pressing process.
Yeah.
But we get all this pulp left over, and it's such a good fibre. You know, it's the stuff that's only coming to market that morning.
Yeah.
So we contacted a load of farms, and they were all too happy to have this pulp delivered to them. So earlier this year, through the lambing season, kind of March time, we supplied a farmer all his sheep just purely ate off of our pulp.
Really?
And he had the best results with his lambs that he's ever had.
Wow, I mean, they're eating pretty bloody healthy, aren't they?
They were.
Wow.
They would recognise our car after a few journeys down there. They'd recognise our car. So
oh, really?
We've got video footage where we can literally not get the bins out the car, where they'd all be round us, their head in the bin.
Really?
It was hard work to do, but it's a great it's a great site. So,
and that's all part of the ethos of what you're doing, and how you've got buy these bottles that are recyclable, and you're refilling these and processing that and keeping that as a very tight. And I mean, what's the return rate? So you get everyone back, do you?
100%.
Do you really?
And
so you've got a real good loyal customer base as well to do that. I mean, they're they've got a lot of respect for what you do as well, and you've got a lot of respect for them, which I think is clearly paying off. Yeah,
definitely. I think I know that our customers really trust us.
Yeah.
I'm always giving advice out where I can, and I love doing that. And that's what our business is. But they understand the ethos. They understand what we're trying to achieve, what we are achieving.
Yeah.
You might have a customer say, "Oh, sorry, I dropped a bottle the odd time."
Of course.
Pretty much those bottles, we always ask the bottles to be back on the doorstep the following week.
Yeah.
And they are.
And
we collect.
Oh, great. I mean, I love this business and love the product so far. And love you, of course, as well.
Thank you.
You're doing really well here.
Lots of love going around.
There's lots of love. Okay, well, we're going to be back in a couple of moments and take a very, very quick break. Back again, Elliot here, Essex Business Radio, here with Katie Thomas from Juice HQ in Upminster, talking about what I believe is a fairly unique business. I'm loving the format and the way you run your business. Your business, the product. I mean, what is there not to like? What is there not to like? I love this. I'm loving it. We were talking about this. I'm not quite sure which I love most, but as you can see, and I'm drinking these slowly because I think do you want to cane these? I don't think so. It's too good. But I'm looking forward to trying these with gin. Did you say?
Yes, Iron Man with gin.
Iron Man with gin and Iron Man.
Yeah.
Now that's a great name.
Isn't it?
Excellent. So we've talked about the business and where you are now. What's your sort of plan for the next year? So 2020 is nearly upon us. Where do you want the business to be next year?
Well, we've got a few things that we're kind of going a session towards. One of the things is we want an electric van to deliver in, so we think that would be quite nice.
Very
to complete
cool. Very cool. Yeah.
The ethos of the business.
Yeah, you haven't ordered one of the Tesla Cybertrucks, have you?
Yeah, I think maybe I won't go for that at the moment, but wouldn't that be nice?
I know a couple of people that have ordered one. Well, they're $600 down, don't they? It's $150 or whatever. But so you're going to go for electric van. What
that would be the ideal. That ticks off
a lot of boxes.
It does,
doesn't it?
Yeah. So that would be good.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're just it's just always about growing the business, just growing and growing. Month on month, we're seeing more customers join us, join the journey. And it's really, I just want to make cold pressed juice accessible to our local community.
Well, you're definitely doing that in the format that you've got for your business. So I asked you in the break about how people to order this, where they find you, what how. So you have a website. You don't have a shop. You work out. You've got a very unit that you work out of. Yeah. So we've got a unit that we've actually just taken on the unit next door as well, knocked through. So we've got great. Growing already.
Yeah, the space is getting bigger and bigger.
Superb. I love that. I love businesses growing. It really makes me excited.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Congratulations on the growth. Yeah, perfect.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a far cry now from the kitchen table that it was.
Isn't it? Yeah.
First at. So it's really nice to look back on. But maybe franchising. Maybe that's
Okay.
because we do get an awful lot of interest, inquiries from around the country.
Yeah.
But we don't. We can't deliver to Manchester and Sheffield and wherever. So.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe
It'd be a
there's
sensible option because of the way that your business is run, as you said, a little bit like a milk round, and how that works. Then not even regional, but town specific or whatever would work very well, wouldn't it? I mean,
Yes.
actually, as a franchise, very clever idea.
Yeah, so-
Get on that right now.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's maybe that's the way forward.
Yeah.
But, it's just kind of every day, treat every day as we go and see what happens. But all so far all good.
Yeah.
And
So people go to the website. So they go to Juice HQ. Go on, give us the details.
juicehq.co.uk.
Yeah.
So there you can order, so there'll be individual juices, there's our cleanse packages,
Okay.
There's our celery club.
Yeah. What a celery club, is that like a huge, massive piece of celery you hit people with? You knew I was going to say that then, didn't you? Like, what's a celery club?
So Celery Club is a 30-day subscription. To get the full benefits of celery, which there are so many health benefits. So you can join. It's recommended that you drink celery juice every day.
Really?
So you drink it first thing in the morning
Wow.
on an empty stomach.
Whoa.
And then you need to wait at least 15 minutes before you eat, and
Wow.
then carry on your day as
And
normal.
bin your coffee off.
Yeah. Well, you
Wow.
can have your coffee
Oh,
after,
okay,
15
okay.
minutes after if you want.
Okay.
So yeah, the best way to
It's stringy though, isn't it? I mean, if you were to do that at home, for example, obviously they're going to come to you, aren't they, and order juice from you. But if you wanted to do that at home, and I'm
Yes.
assuming you would prefer people to do that if they're not going to, purchase from you. You'd rather them still want to do that because you're quite passionate about it.
Definitely.
But it's quite stringy, no? If you stick it in a blender thing,
Yeah, well, if you put it through
NutriBullet.
a juicer as opposed
as
to
opposed to a
NutriBullet,
NutriBullet, right? Okay.
you would just get the juice.
Okay. So all the string,
All that fibre, all
Yeah.
the stringy bits, just get
Yeah.
You just put that aside, but
Okay.
you'll just get the juice.
It's all right. We'll edit that bit out. If that was really loud and deafened everybody, we do apologise. So you've got the Celery Club and what else? You've got your subscription as well. I mean, you can sign up for a regular delivery of.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can have your delivery every week.
Yeah.
And there's no times to that. So if you go on holiday, you can just cancel it. You can, if you need to change it any time,
Sure.
it's really flexible.
Okay.
And also our cleanse packages, which are really popular.
Okay. Yeah, I can imagine. I can well imagine. Yeah. I got gout a few years ago, which I don't mind telling everybody. An amalgamation of gym, not rehydrating for a couple of days properly. Then I used to run a business in Colchester and end up sitting, because I used to stay in the hotel a lot, and I was sitting at the bar with somebody drinking cognac all night and one glass of Coke, on top of going to the gym for 2 days, not really rehydrating, drinking Coke, like 2 or 3 cans of Coke, and and then eating the normal foods I would for the gym, but just not rehydrating, and then probably a build up of Coke and things like that over a good few years of drinking a can of Coke a day or whatever,
Right.
not a lot, but enough.
Yeah.
Suddenly got gout, and honestly, it took hold, and I had it for about 2 months, really bad.
Wow.
And since then, I've completely changed my diet, but I know now. I get a twinge. I know. So when I'm talking about cleansing, I had to cleanse then to get rid of the acid. I can't remember what it's called. It's a citric acid, not a citric acid. What is it? The acid that builds up like almost like a powdered glass in your joints.
And you just need to remove the toxins.
It was liver, kidneys, one of the two that clears it through, and it builds up in there, and you almost after a while. So celery, one was a cherry juice.
Right.
Really concentrated cherry juice. I'm trying to think which cherries they are now. Monterey. I don't know anyone's about it. It doesn't really matter. But so I know about their cleansing, and of course, a lot of people like to do this now as well, don't they?
Yeah.
So I get why that would be a real benefit, and why people would go take that on. So talk to me about a cleansing package. How does that work?
So we offer a cleanse. You can do it from anything from 1 day through to 5 days.
Okay.
It will arrive on your doorstep in a like a cooler bag with full instructions. So
Right.
it will basically say, at this time, drink this juice. At
Right.
this time, drink this juice. And it
Okay.
will take you through the whole day. And it's actually, we give you 8 drinks in total to have,
Okay.
which is quite a lot to get through in the day. So you don't really feel that hungry.
Right.
I think it's more the habit of eating that you miss.
Sure.
But you don't actually feel, because and also the longer you do the cleanse, the more energized you get.
Yeah.
So you just start to feel after 3 days you can just kind of keep going.
Yeah.
And there's a real mixture of juices in there. We do a roasted hazelnut milk with pink Himalayan salt. So yeah, there's a real mixture of, and there's shots and things. So there's a few.
Shots?
Yeah, we do like ginger and turmeric shots.
I quite like this. We had some ginger. We went to a business show, didn't we? And there was like these ginger shot bottles, which
Right.
I really quite liked. Really quite like that. Yeah.
They're real, woof,
Yeah,
really
yeah.
kind of wake you up.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
We've just put on an after party cleanse, so for this festive season.
That's a good idea.
There's
going
some
to be a few
really
people
good
buying
juice.
into that,
Yeah,
won't there?
there is. Yeah, so they're enjoying those at the moment. But yeah, everything we do has a purpose, and there's a science behind it. But yeah, the cleanse packages are really popular.
Superb.
And then at the end of the cleanse, all your bottles go back in the bag. Put your bag back on the doorstep,
Yeah.
and then we'll collect.
Oh, okay, brilliant.
So-
And where can they find you? What's the website name?
Juicehq.co.uk.
And on Instagram and Facebook, which I believe is where you tend to put most of your sort of, get a lot of your audience and get a lot of people there. Yeah.
Yes,
That's actually
yeah.
how we know about each other. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're on Instagram. It's _JuiceHQ.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
And
anything,
Facebook?
yeah, Facebook, Juice HQ.
Okay.
But we post kind of daily, so anything new that's happening is on there, and you can always contact us. We're kind of available 24/7.
Sure.
You know,
Well,
I love chatting.
Listen, you're up at 2:30 in the morning. I mean, you don't. So when do you sleep? Do you actually get any sleep? Do you get rest?
Yeah, no, it doesn't feel like it at the moment, but I can't complain.
No.
So I won't complain.
No, definitely.
But yeah, we're always available because if you're new to juicing, you don't know what you need, what the best thing is.
Yeah.
We are there, and you can just message us, call us. All the details are on Instagram and Facebook. So
Love it.
We're-
I love your business. I love your energy. I love
Thank
the passion
you.
behind what you do. It's great to see. It's really, and it's in and I'm sold. I'm sold on
Are
this.
you?
Yeah, but I am
Great.
interested in trying this with gin though. But but no, I am genuinely am. I think these are really delicious. And I'm not just saying that because you're here. I really genuinely do like them, and I will be definitely going to be trying out some more of the other flavours and things that you've got. So we'll be reporting back on that for sure. Look, everybody that comes in here, we do Cards Against Humanity, which you don't know anything about.
I don't.
You've never heard of it?
I'm quite scared, actually.
Okay, well you don't be, because in this box, this is the red box. And Cards Against Humanity, if we keep mentioning this enough shows, we're hopefully going to get some sponsorship. We don't want sponsorship, actually. We just want them to send different boxes. So what you have, and we go through this every single time, is a stack of black cards. In these black cards, you'll see, if you take that pack off me, I'm just passing the pack over for anybody that's not watching, over to Katie. It's in there is, if you turn one over, so you've got you like that, don't you? You're gonna have to edit these knocking. I might change the way we do these mics, but definitely after today anyway. Well, so on the back, what you've got is a phrase, okay, and there's a space, isn't there?
Yes.
You're looking concerned already.
I am.
Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to take one. You can take that one if you want that one, or you can just take one randomly out of the middle of that pack.
I'll go for a round.
Okay, so just take one. Look, don't choose them too often. You're supposed to trick randomly. No, don't choose them randomly. Randomly means just take one. Don't look. You're overthinking
right,
it.
hang on.
Just take
Okay.
one. Yeah. Listen, that's it. Turn them over and just take one at the middle of it. Don't read it yet. Just take one out of it
Right.
and put it on the front, on the top here.
Okay.
Okay, right. That's it. So you got that. See the other one's back. Pass them to Joel. We always we do this.
Mix them all
Okay.
up.
And then what you have, so you've got one or two spaces on your black card. Mm-hmm. One or two, what do you have?
Oh,
So you have
I
a
have
phrase.
two.
There's a phrase with two. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass you. I don't need to pass you all these, and then I want you to randomly. You can't pick these and choose them. So randomly pick 2 white cards out of there. Okay. I like the way you're actually like averting, just looking out away from it.
I don't want you to think I'm cheating.
No, there's no cheating to be done. This is a game better played on alcohol, to be honest, with alcohol.
Right.
Not on alcohol. That sounds weird, but with alcohol, because I think they're probably slightly funnier. But what you'll find is there's random phrases and there are random white cards. So what you get is you put the two together and make quite a strange sentence. Now, in these packs, they are politically incorrect, some of them. All right, we've already had Big Black Cock. Okay, so that's already come in on one of the ones we've done already, and there was one that we had to take out because there was something that happened recently which didn't make it. If you're having a drink and you weren't doing something, recording a podcast, for example, or a show, then you wouldn't give a fuck, to be fair. But okay, so you've got that. Now I'm just going to randomly pick one there, and I've got one space. How many spaces you got, Joel?
Just one.
Just one space, and I'm just going to randomly pick one out of the middle of this pack here. Okay, so I want you to read your black card, okay, and tell us where the spaces are, and then you're going to pick your white cards up and you're going to fill it in and then read it with the white card. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, so if anybody doesn't understand, as I've just said, there is a black card with 2 spaces on that Katie's got, and she's got 2 white cards to fill in the blanks in the phrase. So go on, what have you got? What have you got?
Okay. Right. My mum freaked out when she looked at my browser history and found space.com space.
I like this. So what?
Yeah,
so go
yeah.
on, pick up, turn over your white cards. Now fill them in, one way or the other. You've obviously. Does that work? Oh, just a frown. Go on.
Right. So I'm going to read it again then.
Yeah. Read it again with the white cards. Yeah.
My mum freaked out when she looked at my browser history and found the new Radiohead album.com just the tip.
That's clean. That's really clean, isn't it?
It's too clean for you, isn't it?
What do you mean for me? What are you trying to say? We spent an hour or so together here and you've already got that, have you? Go on, Joel, what have you got? What have you got?
Right. Science will never explain pretty princess dress up board game. What?
So you just put them together there. Okay, all right. Okay, so I'm going to go with mine. So my gym teacher got fired for adding space to the obstacle course. Obviously, the space isn't the word. Okay, my gym teacher got fired for adding all of this blood to the obstacle course. Very random. It's just interesting to do something that's a little bit different. But as I say, you can imagine, can't you, after a few drinks, when you start doing that and going round, and then start picking out some, as I said, politically incorrect comments. They'll get better. So we're going to be doing that with drinks in the new year. I'm probably going to buy another box, but once we get this out there, I'm hoping Cards Against Humanity send us some, because there's loads of different packs of this.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I think probably some are worse than others.
You can imagine.
I can well imagine. Yeah. So have you enjoyed coming in today? Have you enjoyed this evening? You're not nervous
coming in. Thank you.
You weren't nervous for long, were you?
No, I wasn't. How could I be here? No, it's great. Really lovely to meet you both. And
will you come back and talk? We've definitely got a few more things to talk about in the breaks. We actually covered a couple of subjects that are more businessy, but I think over a couple of drinks and a more relaxed sort of business conversation, I think we'll do that. Fancy doing that in the new year?
Yeah, please. Yeah, that'd be wonderful.
I really look forward to that.
Really good.
Well, thank you very much for joining. And anybody that is watching or listening to this somewhere around this post or somewhere around this video or the audio or on the app, which is coming out very, very soon as well, Essex Business Radio app, which we're going to be telling everybody about. And by the time you hear this, it may even well be out if you're listening to a archived version you've downloaded or listened to this on demand, so to speak, which you'll be able to do on the app, and you'll be able to hear streaming chat shows that we're going to be doing as well. So you'll be able to hear them live, in essence, straight from the app and other ways. Right. So we were telling everybody about that. But if you want to know more about what Katie does, and you want to order some product, then there'll be some links around this so you can find out more. Thanks very much, Katie. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you this evening.
Thank you. I've loved being here.
And good luck with the business for 2020, and moving on from there. I can just see great things happening, business growing, and then franchises of Juice HQ all over the place.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, I may be one of your best customers. Who knows? In the new year, I think I might get on this.
Yeah. Do it.
Good. I was going to get a discount though. No, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Elliot Browne from Essex Business Radio. We are signing off for now. We're going to catch you later. Potato.
You've been listening to Essex Business Radio with your host, Elliot Browne.